that. And nigga be gone. I don't give a fuck. I don't listen to that shit. He come back. Oh shit, I was in the building. You already know.
Yeah, that's all.
I see the rain pouring down.
Damn, mate. People put it as trap or all this. Man, that's not what we really on. You know what I'm saying? It's like we watch movies,
Right.
and we draw inspiration. We really we make visuals.
Right.
So sometimes somebody who talks about like their life and all this, they get more credit for being lyrical than somebody who does trap rap. But you gotta listen to we paint a clear picture with our lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like we should get the same credit. You know what I'm saying? Because our personalities are totally different than our raps. You know what I'm saying? Like when we rap, we just trying to paint a picture for you and show it through our visuals. So Cole will come out with something talking about somebody's life and all this other stuff, and they're like, everybody ranting about it. Oh my God, this is so deep. And I'm like, man, I just told you a whole murder scene. When an Asian girl slitting her wrist, going through depression. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, that's just how.
This is a perfect segue because we getting ready to get into that interview after this music break.
Shout out to that introduction, Trunks. That was
exactly where I wanted to go to. So we're gonna get back to this Cole album when we come back. We're gonna learn a little bit more about Two Legend.
Two Legend in the
music
building,
they
y'all.
make, and we got some of their music here, so we definitely gonna play that.
Yeah.
But back to this Cole. This is She's Mine, Part 1. Table Talk. I'm Solo.
And it's Portia Live.
Alright, let's go.
My granddad from up top, BK
Already
and shit.
know.
You play that, you already know what it is, man. Flatbush with it all day.
Word.
So yeah. So I used to bring that shit back to South Carolina. Niggas is looking like, what the fuck, this nigga on
This light skinned nigga.
I feel that, man. So, how long y'all been doing music?
Like,
Really since last summer though.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah, like our first official tape was last summer type shit.
Okay.
And but I mean niggas been dabbing with the shit in high school and shit, but we was out there hooping, fucking with hoes, doing all type of wild shit we had no business doing.
This
So
dude is a slut.
man, nah,
Swear to God.
it's this man right here.
So
Man.
y'all got caught. So y'all got caught into the typical rap hole with the chicks, huh? So y'all do
Man,
shows
we
and
been
stuff,
on that
and y'all
show.
bring like 2-3 girls back home with y'all.
Man.
Yo, this nigga literally does. I'll be on some let me get that guaranteed pussy, you know what I'm saying? This nigga be on some, when I get there, I'm just gonna grab like 1 or 2 and talk to both of them all night, and one of them come to the crib.
Back and forth with it, back and forth.
Okay.
So what have y'all actually been working on now? Right now, like this year, 2016 going into 17?
Yeah, man, we got a full tape we about to drop. Shit, really gonna drop to early 2017 for real though. We got actually all the shit ready to go. Shit, we just getting shit right. We got new PR and shit, new manager. Shout out to Mia.
Shout out Mia, man.
Over the last weekend and shit, so we getting them shits chopped up and shit.
Yeah, man.
We got a lot of shit. We coming out. We got clothes coming out too. We got spring collection. We got hella shit.
Tell us about the clothing line, because I know I see that y'all have like Japanese inspired clothing, right?
Alright, so the funny thing about it is, our logo is actually gonna niggas got 10-year goal plans, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Like, we not
Most
no
artists
you know what I'm
don't.
saying?
They
No
only thinking
dumbass
about
niggas.
tomorrow.
No.
Our logo is like a video game. You know what I'm saying? Like the red dot is like a blood oath for a fighting tournament, and the 8 characters around it are like the sorcerers. Man, this shit deep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this ain't no.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's like eventually everything gonna show itself and shit. We just building ourselves up, getting the infrastructure, getting the platforms together and all that shit. So it's like shit. Next thing you know, we're gonna link up with EA Sports, whoever we need to link up with that's gonna make this shit happen. You did?
Okay. That's what's up.
Okay. So, what are some of y'all musical influences?
Weezy, yeah, baby.
I'll talk him, Rocky, fucking. Yeah, there's so many niggas, bro.
I feel like a lot of artists, their influence is, at least one is Lil Wayne.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Our generation is definitely.
Our generation,
I feel like I mean, there's a few people that didn't like it, but
music tour. That shit was like
well, that was 2009.
That was
that was before he went to jail.
That shit was still the highest grossing tour.
2000.
for a rap
Actually,
joint.
it was 2000. It was like 2008 into 2009.
Yeah.
'Cause I went to that. They had the America's Most Wanted tour with Jeezy and all them.
That
The
shit was
next
crazy.
summer. Yeah, but that was he made like. It was
So what's
Yeah.
y'all's
2
favorite?
million.
What's y'all's favorite Wayne project then?
That drop 3 kind of hit me.
Man,
Drop 3
I think
was
Drop
amazing.
3 is my favorite. I think I can
It's
quote
been,
the first to the end, like every lyric. I think that's my
Yeah,
favorite.
I think Drought 3.
No
No
ceilings was.
ceilings.
No
and
ceilings.
You know,
Carter-
ceilings was so
Dedication
fire.
Carter
Dedication
2.
to
Dedication 2.
Hustle
You
music.
gotta throw that Carter too.
Man,
Fucking,
it's so
hey,
much.
the first Carter 3 that I was supposed to drop, that got leaked, and then he just called it the
Which
leak.
one? It was like 9 of them.
Yeah, I know the one that had like hella shit on it, but then he dropped the actual Carter 3 with the
Yeah.
hella like radio songs and
Yeah.
shit. But the one right before
I
that,
love
that nigga would have.
Scarface and all
Yeah,
them songs.
yeah.
I live by hustle
But the
music.
leak probably anywhere between like 11 and 24 between like 2006
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
2011. You
Yeah.
definitely was a Wayne fan.
That
I mean, you
nigga-
should have been. If you weren't, then I feel so sorry for you.
You
You
lost-
missed out
you
a lot
lost-
of
you
great
lost out on
music.
some crazy shit.
You missed out a lot of great music.
Nigga, 2011, he had the
Acted
fucking.
different after I heard Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Like everyone did.
I caught
Yeah.
myself like,
He influenced
come on, man.
everybody that listened to his music heavy in some way.
People was wearing V-necks and hoodies and oh,
Niggas
man.
started
Yeah.
skateboarding.
wallet chains.
The rock star shit, hell yeah.
Like,
I mean, sure. I
like
had some
Dipset
shit.
definitely influenced Wayne.
Dipset.
but-
Oh yeah,
Dipset.
bro. They took that nigga to that level on that
But-
fashion shit. That
yeah.
shit's crazy.
And then, but once Wayne started doing stuff, it's just everybody just started.
I'm so dip south, baby.
I wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys, because me knowing you guys, I've known you guys since 2015 and listening to y'all's music, how do you categorize your music? Do you categorize it? Do you feel like you're in a certain lane? Do you feel like you're in your own lane? How would you categorize your music?
I don't even.
That shit hard. Like we just want niggas to feel like, man, it was a wave of people like gratifying like to being depressed and being down. Hey,
Yeah, that
I'm
weirdo
sad
shit. That
kid.
wave dead.
Look.
We about to kill that weirdo wave. That shit. I can't wait to that. We about to fucking crush all that shit.
Take
that shit.
Xans till I
Yeah,
die.
like
yeah.
you fuck out of here with all that weird shit.
You
Man.
cool for being you. You ain't gotta be still weird, dude. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah, it's probably 2017.
come
like,
on, bro.
like,
Like,
that depression shit, like for no reason, niggas just trying to get seen and shit. I know some niggas go through that shit for real, and some niggas got some
But
crazy
some
ass
people
music.
do it for attention.
Of course,
the ones who really go through it,
you can tell by
Look,
the music. They music
you can
crazy.
use that shit as like a motivation. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be
Yeah.
sitting in the house listening to the other. Don't be sitting in the house listening to artists. You know what I'm saying? And trying to find yourself through them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I spiral into depression to make good music. You know what I'm saying? I think about hard times, and I be like, let me get in my bag real quick. You know what I'm saying? And kick this dope shit out. You know what I'm saying?
It's basically just find your outlet in your release. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If that's what it is, and if you are, cause see, depression is an actual psychological thing.
Like
It's an
that's
actual-
real.
yeah,
Depression
yeah.
is real. So
disease.
yeah,
So-
depression is real.
So that-
But
shit
so
to play
is
with.
the mind. So
Right.
if you're out here just saying you're depressed, kind of like the older audience and more of the more hip hop people and their criticism on the new style of rap.
I want like older people to understand that you were young too. That's all I.
Right.
You know, their parents didn't like the music they like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we have this new music, of course you're not gonna take to it at first. I definitely understand that. Because I hear some dudes that's like 15, I'm like, is this what's gonna be popping?
Right.
So I mean, I get it. I understand where they're coming from. But you give it a chance, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
our shit about to bridge all that shit though. Like we about to bridge them youngins, like the 16, 17-year-olds who fucking standing outside 10 hours for some Supreme shit. Mix it with some grown nigga shit that niggas done been through some shit so they can fucking relate to our shit. It's about to fucking bridge all that shit together because it's like we got all them ways in one. So it's like shit, they gonna see us and see one thing, but they gonna hear us and hear another thing and they be like, damn. So it's niggas like me too that's like a real ass nigga, but we like fashion, we like all this other shit. Like
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I think
we about to bridge all that
that's what
shit.
makes y'all stand out. Like I said, like y'all style and stuff. But at the end of the day, like when you talk to y'all y'all have like a sense of direction. Y'all know where y'all want to go. Y'all are creators. I think that's where what I wanted to talk about when it comes to like the state of hip hop. When it comes to old heads can't really, not even old heads, but even my sister who's 30.
Yeah, because even us in like the mid 20s to the 30s, we still struggle because we were caught in between the old wave and the new wave. Yeah. So it's about finding a balance and a respect and an understanding. Yeah. Like it, for one, I don't have any respect for anybody who criticizes the new generation that hasn't fully studied hip hop. Because see me, I studied it all. So when I make my critiques, I don't anymore make mine on a personal choice.
Like, you know, they had all them people back. Like, it's just, my thing is, let people create. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he's a creator, don't criticize how he's created. Don't criticize how he's getting his money. Because at one point in time, everything that y'all was talking about the same stuff, but y'all was y'all were wording it different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just I think they just need to let the new generation find their way, like they found their way.
Yeah.
So that's,
I feel like, and especially if like niggas like from Atlanta or some shit, like they fucking lived in this shit. They see this shit every day. So it's like they hear jugging and finesse. They hear all these different like word plays and shit because it's real life shit. It's everyday shit. So it's like if you 17, 18, like shit from 96, they weren't even, that was like when they was born and shit. Like they can't even fathom listening to some shit from back then because they grew up on the iPhone and shit. We in the gym, we slick didn't even grow up on iPhone. I think iPhone came out when we was in like that 9th grade, 10th grade.
Yeah, I had maybe like 10th grade because I had the 3 when I graduated from high school. So yeah.
So it's like technology wasn't even where it's at today. Like shit moving fast as fuck now. Like so it's like they ain't
stuff
even,
last week is back in the day.
Yeah, so for real. Like it's moving so fast. That's why I'm saying you can't compare. Like we got streaming, we got. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have all this different stuff.
And there's so much music out there. Content. If you don't like something,
so much content.
You can go somewhere else.
Because not everybody, think about it, every single rapper rap like Kendrick.
That should
it would be annoying, right?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? I would never want to go out nowhere. Like when I go out, I want to hear a mixture of all that shit. Like I don't want to just hear Kendrick all the time. Like I can relate to somebody I come from the hood, so I can relate to somebody that's trap rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess they just have to understand that a lot of stuff that's being played or a lot of stuff that's being created right now is relatable too.
Yeah, and for me, like I always say, if you got a problem, like I got Apple Music, yo. When I'm ready to turn off the new generation wave music and get back into my regular hip hop bag, man, I go straight right back to any album I want to listen to, whether it's Nas, whether it's Hov, whether it's Outkast, and I do that.
It's a choice.
And I go back and forth. You know, it's just about what you want to listen to. I think that now, because see, I was definitely one, I'm not even gonna lie, I was one of the people that hated the Futures and the Thugs. And
he used to hate Future. I used to be like,
I was the first original Future troll. Like, when I first moved to Atlanta, when Rax first came out,
he hated that Rax song. That wasn't my favorite either.
I get what you're saying.
Rax,
that was just
the
the beginning though. Yeah, that was
and
the
everything.
beginning.
But you know, I
shit.
hip hop moves.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, the culture used to be in hip hop in New York because everything was based out there. But once you're out here and you see,
Atlanta
like everything is where hip hop is. All the record labels, the A&Rs, the artists, people move here. So even New York now is adapting to the Atlanta culture, whether it's with strip clubs now it's popping. They saying that there's barely any clubs up top like it used to be. So you have to realize that the wave switches. So when the wave switch, I mean, not saying you have to be trendy and listen to it, but you can't necessarily hate it, and you can't shy away from it because it's here.
It's present. It's here.
It's not going nowhere right now. It might change more, which it has from about 3 years ago, but you have to accept it for what it is.
What's going on in New York, niggas see what's going on in Florida, niggas see what's going on in Miami. Like before Instagram, niggas didn't really know what niggas was doing up top.
Social media plays a big part in everything.
Exactly. So everyone
niggas don't even need the news no more. They got social media for real.
Right there,
Exactly. So people share a lot of the same things. Like when I first moved to the South, people said that I didn't understand. There were different things that they said they didn't understand.
And this-
Clothes were different. I dressed different from everybody. The business in itself.
Yeah, right.
For
So,
sure.
yeah,
It's
it
work
doesn't-
just like, you know, 9 to 5. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I'm
I was telling people, look, it doesn't take but 2 seconds to hit a share button on something someone
For
does. Like,
real.
on my Facebook, like if I see anybody that's doing something, I just share it. I don't care